Alright, we got a bunch of parts cleaned up here, and we're gonna go ahead and spray some. Not the ideal situation for painting, because I don't really have a way to hang all this stuff, so we're just gonna do the best we can do and get it done. So I'll spray some stuff and come back and show you when we get sprayed, so y'all hang tight. Alright, so we got everything painted up. Upper and lower control arms, the drive shaft, the rear trailing arms, the transmission cross member, the front cross member, the rear end assembly, I touched up the frame where the cross member was. Painted the center link. So let's see, the rest of what we got to paint, small parts. Got the pulleys and brackets for the engine. Got the tie rod ends and the I guess the bushing ends that go in the control arms need to be painted. But this is what we got so far. I think it's looking pretty good. I think the spindles are powder coated already, so I don't have to paint them. Oh, have to paint the brake rotors and calipers, but I'll use high temp paint for that. And the brake drums. All that will have to be painted with high temp paint. But this is the majority of it right here. So this gets dry, and then we can start reassembling things. Come out pretty good. Of course, it is getting ready to be dark, so hopefully that won't affect the curing of the paint. It's getting colder too. I'm gonna kind of push the envelope on the temperature, but I don't think it's gonna get any warmer. So I wanted to go ahead and get it done. And wasn't ideal. I know the top part of that transmission cross member is gonna need to be painted. These trailing arms are probably gonna have a little shadow on them. That'd be one little place on that drive shaft probably. I painted that cross member and flipped it up, so it's probably gonna have some places on it, but for the most part, it should be okay. For sure, more paint than the factory put on them when they built the truck. So I don't know if they even painted them at all. If they did, it was a hit and miss kind of thing. So I didn't get as much content video today as I wanted to. I cut this track arm bracket off. This rear end right here is an 80s model 12 bolt, what the guy told me. This frame was originally 6-cylinder straight drive, so it had a really low gear. Alright, so my camera quit recording. I don't know where it stopped at. But like I was saying, I cut this track arm or pan hardbar mount off, and like I said, the factory mount on the factory rear end would be in a boss in the differential part of the rear end and a stud. So I got a kit coming that bolts to the trailing arm and to this factory mount back here. And it'll be here before we need it, probably. Should be here in 3 or 4 days. We got plenty to do before it gets here. We got to put the bushings in the control arms, put the ball joints in the control arms. Just a lot of little stuff. Like I said, I have little parts to paint: the tie rod ends, the bushing ends, whatever else, little small stuff. Oh, pulleys and brackets for the engine. But we're plugging away at it. I'm really looking forward to getting the chassis to be a roller. So, I don't know about you guys, but I just like seeing a completed chassis with no body on it, with the motor and transmission and everything hooked up like it would before the chassis goes on. I just think that's cool. So that's what the plan is. I'm trying to decide if I want to. Usually when I do one of these, I buy all new, the yellow zinc grade 8 hardware to put them together with. So you got that yellow zinc against the gloss black of the frame. I think it just looks awesome. So I'm thinking about doing that and trying to decide if that's what I want to do or not. If that's the case, then I'm gonna have to go get a bunch of hardware, because I have hardware around here, but not enough to do this whole thing. So I have to get some sizes together and figure it out. But like I said, it's coming along. I've got to clean this fan and the water pump pulley up, and the crank pulleys and the air conditioning bracket and the alternator bracket and the power steering pump and bracket. I got to get the steering box off of the Cheyenne and paint it. So bunch of just little detail things that need to be done, but nothing that'll slow us down very much, I don't think. It's just really time consuming to have to clean this stuff up and get it prepped for paint. But we'll get it done. Like somebody said, keep on plugging along a little bit at a time, and it's getting there, just not quick as I want it to get there. So I got a crazy rooster up on the daggone house. Get down from up there. He flew up on top of the pen and then flew up on the house. So he's effectively escaped. Alright, the rooster wrangling's over. So we're going to get back on it in the morning and see what we get done. So y'all stay tuned. I'll try to keep on getting it done and making y'all some content. So stay tuned.